I am turning my hat all the way around. Ain't that some shit? Let's go! all them false reports, EJ, the false reports about Sean Payton, and thanks to Cedric, he gave me a column that just just debunked everything that Dank tried to come on the page with about Dennis Allen getting a pep talk from Sean Payton. And I'm going to pull it up right now because I'm petty, okay? A guy like me just like, you trying to be right too much, Dank. And before we put the countdown on, we will talk about this in 2 seconds. Just let me make sure I get the chat ready. And because see, Saints fans are just jumping off the plane. They just
I did see he tried to come after you, in the Battle Sports, group chat up in Facebook there. So
yeah, many of them tried to come after me. It's just
I was waiting to see what you would come up with.
Because I always wait until they hang themselves. It doesn't matter what I do things for a reason. Okay, this is WWL. This is our. That's
the legit shit right there.
This is the legit shit. Okay, and this is coming. WWL. This is coming from our boy Deuce get loose, McAllister. Okay, and I'm about to play this, and we're gonna listen to what Deuce said. Okay, I'm gonna play this because you got a lot of Saints fans who are just out there talking, and that's what they do. Because I understand, and shout out to Travis 504. I understand we are all frustrating Saints fans. I understand. We hurt. We want to win. And then now this thing with Jameis, and this thing with Andy, in my opinion, EJ, that Jameis should just shut up. Because you lost your job. This is no time to divide the locker room. This is no time for you. You have an opportunity to get your job back because I don't believe Andy is going to sustain being a quarterback. And then we got a report that, wow, Matthew Stafford ain't playing.
What?
Hold up.
I know you.
Report right quick. Hold up. I just got a report about Matthew Stafford's head.
Let me see this. Hang on.
I didn't get a chance to see it quick enough, so it just brought up a report about Matthew Stafford. That's big if he don't play because Cooper Kupp already not playing. So
that's huge. Hang on real quick.
Yeah, please report that because and shout out to the Who That Nation who coming in to the Battle Sports Show podcast. Remember, if you have not subscribed to the Battle Sports Show podcast, please do so. We understand that you guys have a lot of other channels that you support. We all Saints. Hopefully, you guys, if you're a Saints fan, you will support the Battle Sports Show podcast because we are diehards over here. Okay, we are diehards. Okay, what report you have on that?
Hang on 1 second. I'm still.
It just popped up over my phone, so I don't know.
All right, hang on.
And then I will read to you guys so I can stop the rumors. I will. He's playing. They said they hear he's playing with a head. He's playing with an injury. He's going.
Okay, all right, because that's what I had got.
Okay. Thank you, Travis. Thank you, Travis. But that's still he's injured, so he's playing injured. Okay.
Yeah,
that's still a plus. Not to have a healthy Matthew Stafford playing the Saints is just as bad as him.
Yeah, I knew he was coming off injury on the play. So,
okay, I'm going to play this, and I was hoping I'm going to play this, and I'm going to repeat it. Play the video again, but this is from WWL or Deuce McAllister, And this is what he said, y'all. Because I'm just kind of getting tired. Just give me a chance. Let me get the mic set up. I'm getting tired of these rumors, man. And he gonna tell me we're listening to.
Bill Hood is the place to shop. Visit hoodauto.com today.
Okay, listen. I don't know why the volume's so low.
Not training camp. He was with them during minicamp.
I'm sorry.
Minicamp, and he would have probably got a better deal if.
I don't know if you guys can hear that.
What he was asking.
Nah, we can hear it now. You just gotta bring it closer to you.
Gotten done.
There you go.
For the summer, but it didn't. He's here now. We'll see how it works out. He looked good when he was there. I mean, he looked explosive. I don't know how his workout went. Apparently, it went fairly well. I don't know, the ins and outs of all that, but apparently he stayed in pretty good shape. And I think that he will probably get a few reps. I know that they used Dwayne Washington a little bit at that number 2 tailback spot, and Mark is still banged up with the knee injury. So you figure he will get some run this upcoming week. And the biggest thing for me when you look at this Saints offense, as far as, and I know you guys are talking about Taysom and using him as a runner, teams are going to play Taysom a certain way.
Yep.
You kind of saw that this past weekend. You saw it really the last 2 weekends.
A great point with that.
Teams have that type of personnel. You can use Taysom as a runner from the quarterback position kind of fully, but good teams, they're not going to allow you to run the quarterback power.
Exactly.
They're going to beat you to the spot. They're going to rush that defensive end off of the edge, and there is no way that you can expect a guard to come over and try to kick him out. It's not going to happen. Now, you can go to some other type of looks to try to balance it out a little bit as far as formation-wise to slow that down. But if I have the open edge and I'm running to that, to that side, it's not going to happen. I mean, because he's gonna knife down too fast, and so
Cesar Ruiz couldn't get to him. Nope.
There's no way for him to get to him, though. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. There's his pass and the angle that he's taking. There's no way that you're asking that guard to get over. It won't happen.
Yeah, and
it won't happen, Bobby. That's what I'm telling you.
Right, and then you bring up David Johnson. This is part of NFL history. Now you might say,
let me finish first before. Because you're gonna let me finish my whole thought. They've got to be able to get a runner inside, another guy that they feel comfortable with running inside for short yardage and tough inside runs. I mean, because there may be a situation this upcoming week that you've got to have tough inside runs, and this is no knock against 41 or Alvin, because Alvin is outstanding, but you don't want Alvin doing that consistently. And if I bring Taysom in, it's almost like it's automatic what you're going to do with him at that position. And so that's just kind of the mindset, or what you see, kind of what has happened when he's come in and when it hadn't worked. But I'm sorry, Bobby, go ahead.
No, dude's talking about, because we don't have Mark Ingram, so you need to have a running back that does that dirty work. Like you mentioned, Dwayne Washington, he could be that guy at times. But this is one thing about David Johnson.
No, when
now you might, but you might say this. And so, hey, Bear, that was a few years ago. If you look at NFL history, there's not too many backs that all of a sudden total yards of scrimmage could say they had 2,000. He got paid, I want to say, by the Cardinals.
Yes, he did.
Because he had a 2,000-yard season. So, dude, you can count, I don't know if it's one handful, maybe one handful plus. In NFL history, that backs have actually accomplished that. And like I said, I remember seeing him when he was here, and I go, man, that's kind of puzzling. Why didn't we sign him? He looked like he was ready to roll, but then money comes into play, what kind of contract you want. So, like you said, he might be able to take that Mark Ingram role and help the team.
And he can catch the football well coming out of the backfield. The question is health. Can he stay healthy?
Yeah, I mean, that's 100% the question. I mean, can he stay healthy? But I think that he can give you a little bit out the backfield as far as a receiver, and then really give you some inside tough running where you don't have to beat up Alvin. So kind of like Bobby said, kind of take some of the dirty work or do some of the dirty work, and, Alvin doesn't have to worry about some of that, and I limit him as far as some of those hits. But he can be a guy that gives you a good change-up, and obviously for this Saints team, they have to be able to run the football. And sometimes you're going to have some dirty runs where 2 yards, 3 yards is got to be a pretty play. I don't want to waste those, and it's not a waste, but I don't want to waste those type of runs without a Kamara because you got to have them.
Yeah,
you got to have them. I don't want to beat Alvin up on a dirty run that's going to only get me 3 yards.
Okay, that was about Alvin Kamara, and I think this next one is about the lies. I mean, about people are making up the pep talk. Okay, people are making up the pep talk about Sean Payton came in and pep talk the team, disregarded Dennis Allen, and he had to come in and had to bring Sean Payton in to pep talk this football team. So we're gonna give it a listen to. Because people been making up shit. And then they want to call me out, and then they want to tag me in to stuff that are poor sources. I mean, I got one of my sources from Lance Moore, and the brother gonna tell me that wasn't a good source. And these are guys, Deuce McAllister, a former team, they still with the organization, believe it or not.
It's poor journalism, man.
Yeah, they still that's their background, sports journalism. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Henry in the house. And congratulations, Henry, on your baby boy. Right now, I'm still getting is having a time to load up right now. But you can go on, and I'm not even gonna play it. Just take my word, go on WWL, and you can go see it yourself. And we're gonna go on to the show. I don't have to prove nothing to anybody because fans are what fans are. What happens to fans? We so upset the way the Saints are going.
Well, this is a prime example here. This is a prime example of, look, you don't believe everything that you see on the internet, folks. Don't be sitting here. Well, that's some Why you ain't tell me you were cooking today, man? Lord, look at that, man. Lord have mercy. Look at them fried. Look at the set. Oh man. But anyways, before I got sidetracked, before that beautiful, specimen and good juiciness of shrimp and sandwich and po' boyness. Look, guys, you cannot sit there and be looking at anything that you just see on the internet and believe it. You can't do that. That's poor journalism, guys. Y'all want to sit here and be right all the time? Do some real research. That's with anything. That's not just with sports. We talk about with anything in life. All right? Like don't sit there and believe anything just because somebody posted it. They got you. They really just made you look, foolish on here because you sat here and really just tried to argue people down and say you was right. You found the source, but your source is not credible. Come on now, guys. Y'all better than that, man.
But what I'm saying is, EJ, what does it even matter? Because nobody was just saying this, son, when Sean Payton mentor. We all know that Bill Parcells is Sean Payton's mentor.
Right.
But nobody said anything when Bill Parcells would come down and give a pep talk to the Saints in the locker room.
Right.
He would come, Sean Payton didn't just bring Bill Parcells, he brought Avery Johnson. When Avery Johnson was coaching the Dallas Mavericks, and he brought the Dallas Mavericks to the finals, he brought Avery Johnson to give the Saints a pep talk. Does that take away from Sean Payton because he brought somebody in to motivate the organization?
Right. No,
I know we losing, and I understand the frustrations, but we can't put it on that.
Right.
We can't just say, that he's going to allow other people to undermine him as a coach. No, if he lose as a coach, he win as a coach. You can't take away the Seattle Seahawks victory. He beat the Seattle Seahawks.
Mm-hmm.
You can't take away the game against the Raiders. He beat the Raiders. You can't take away the Falcons game.
And another thing about this too is like, guys.
And I'm not here to defend Dennis Allen. I want his ass fired too if he don't succeed.
Look, and that's the biggest thing. Nobody ain't here trying to go ahead and defend, Dennis Allen or nothing like that. But we're just trying to spit the facts to you, okay? And look, I know everybody trying to be excited and get right, and be the right person and everything, and want to go ahead and prove everybody wrong. But like I said, do it the right way. Make sure that your sources are correct, man. You know what's right and what looks correct out there in the world. You know who's covering your football team. Okay, WWL is a reputable sports. They cover the New Orleans Saints. Now, if you
they're the flagship.
Now if you sitting there, you went on the internet and found just somebody randomly that just loves sports and just like talking randomly, I mean, you got to look into that to make sure that stuff is reputable. Don't be sitting there just be listening to somebody just because they said something about the Saints. That anybody can do that. You can do that yourself and talk about the Saints. Don't mean you're right. That's just your opinion. Okay, I need y'all to know the difference out here, because I think a lot of y'all just think y'all do a lot of research and y'all think y'all know what y'all doing out here. All right, that separates the professionals to the fan. All right, that's the professionals and the fan.
I'm a fan. He's a professional. I want you guys to understand it. Listen, I'm a fan. My son is a professional. And congratulations, he just became he works at a radio station. Will you tell everybody about your new job?
Oh, boy, look. Yeah, I'm about to go ahead and get started to do Alabama State University and work
Alabama State HBU.
Yeah, do an HBCU over in the SWAC, man.
It's called the SWAC Games, man.
Go ahead and do a little radio over there, man. But like I said, it's not even about me. Like I said, you can do this stuff on your own, even if you're a random fan. If you really want to go ahead and get into doing this stuff and trying to be, and look at the facts and trying to go ahead and figure out what's really going on with the Saints. Like I said, a great piece of advice, guys, out there for a random fan out there is to just make sure that you find your reputable sources, and you make sure you're listening to the right people who are covering the right team. All right,
Nick Underhill. We all know Nick Underhill is credible.
Right, yeah, these guys aren't hard to find. Deuce McAllister, Lance Moore, Nick Underhill, John DeSager. Guys, you got a lot of sources out there in the media in New Orleans, and y'all not using them. Y'all sitting there trying to go ahead to these other guys that y'all supposedly think is right, and it's not right. All right,
shout out to Christopher. And some of these guys, EJ, some of these guys are just bringing out negativity. Saints fans, most diehard Saints fans, we've been through this before. We've been through heartaches before. We lost. We had bad years. Okay, but there's no time for you to jump off the boat. There's no time for you to give up on this organization, because you're gonna start making me wonder: are you them Saints fans that jumped on in 2006 when Sean?
Well, it kind of makes me laugh too, because I ain't gonna lie to you that why is this even a big headline? Why WWL has to post a headline like that no, Sean Payton wasn't there. They have to
came there for Devin Henderson. He was there. He came there. The man, Devin Henderson was his draft pick. The man was there Hall of Fame
for the Saints. Yeah, a ring of honor. That's all that was. Okay, you go ahead and you honor those Saints Hall of Famers. You don't sit there. And he wasn't there to go ahead and try to go overstep, Dennis Allen, and try to go ahead and hype the team up or put his motivational words, as a lot of fans are trying to say, and trying to take over Dennis Allen's job. From what I've been seeing from Sean Payton has been away from the Saints. Sean has let Dennis Allen do what he wanted to do with the organization, and then that's been it. Okay, now Sean to come visit, say hi and stuff like that, that's different.
He still works for the organization. Sean is still tied to the Saints organization. Rather, we sit there and we could talk about it until he's traded from the Saints organization. He is considered retired with the New Orleans Saints. Okay, so could he give some input? Yeah. I mean, you can take advice from anybody. But I don't see the big deal because, like I said, there was a guy named Bill Parcells who was not a part of this organization. He was Sean Payton's mentor. And Sean would tell everybody all the time that he gets on the phone when he needs advice. He calls who? Bill Parcells. Okay? Sean has invited many people.
What? Think about this too.
To come to the organization and talk to the team.
Have y'all heard of this word? Mentors. Everybody has learned from somebody.
Sean Payton is Dennis Allen's mentor.
Come on now,
what is wrong with that?
They got guys out there to this day, coaches out there that are actual advice, from other head coaches. They have quarterbacks like Drew Brees out there that will give advice to other quarterbacks, to young quarterbacks out there in the league, telling them, "Hey, good luck. Yeah, let me give you some pointers and stuff like that." What is wrong with, your head coach, asking advice from another head coach? What's the problem in that?
You want him asking.
Right.
You want him getting advice from somebody else.
Right.
If he's a guy that's closed-minded, if he's a closed-minded guy and he's not listening to anybody and he's just saying me, but then he ain't. And I know you're saying something is wrong with Dennis Allen. Some guys are better at coordinators. That's fine. But let's be honest. If we had Sean Payton, we still would be losing. We would still be losing. These and I can sit here and tell you.
I mean, hold on.
What's up, huh?
What's up with you?
Y'all have to understand. What I'm trying to tell you is this. Cam Jordan missed the first game of his whole career. All these years, he had never, COVID. I don't consider COVID. I'm talking about actual injury. He got poked in the eye, so he has an eye injury. Okay?
Put some goggles on and strap up, man.
Yeah, but they said that it's going to take a little minute because he got jacked up, really in the eye. Okay?
Let me say this, though. Are we really going to miss Cam Jordan today?
I want to see. To be honest with you, I want to see number 98. I want to see number 98. We drafted number 98 to be Cam's replacement. He needs all the snaps he can get. Okay, this is why we drafted him.
Drop the link in the chat.
The link is in the chat. You just got to scroll up.
Okay.
The link is in the chat. It's in the chat. Just scroll up. I ain't gonna keep putting the link in the chat, y'all, because like I said, I put it. There's a start. If you go up there, you can check it out.
Look, guys, let me say this too. I think we all agree about Dennis Allen. I think because everybody's starting to sign a petition to put him out. Push him out the door. I think we ready to move on from Dennis Allen and everything. But the biggest thing is okay, don't be sitting here trying to push for Sean Payton to come back and everything, and
he's not coming back.
He's not coming back, guys. He doesn't.
I don't know what's wrong with Saints fans. And we played before Humphrey. Before you came in, we played the article about Sean Payton, and Deuce McAllister and several others have reported that's false. They said he did not. They said they were in there. They were in there, and they said that they are throwing off lies about this man motivating the team, and he was pep talk. That had never happened, and I just did. You came on a little bit too late. You didn't get a chance to see, but you go to
always replay.
Go to WWL, and you guys can see it for yourself. You don't even have to wait. Go to WWL, and you can see it. I'm telling you that somebody is spewing things because we're losing. Okay. Because we're losing, a lot of these guys are spurring up lies. I told people, stop running like Dank is doing. Dank, I love you, bro, but you spurring up lies, dog. I love you, dog, but the shit you're saying is lying. Look, I'm just as frustrated with Dennis Allen as anybody. but don't lie on the dude. Okay? I told you that Sean Payton had mentors. Sean Payton had Bill Parcells come into the locker room and motivate his team. Sean Payton had Avery Johnson, who was a basketball coach. The year that Dallas went to the finals that year, he had Avery Johnson come and motivate the team. Does that make him less of a coach because he brings somebody in? You gotta stop running with shit that has nothing to do with it. And one of the things I'm gonna speak and say that, okay, one of the things we're not looking into is would Sean Payton win with this team? I don't think so. During the course of the injuries, the 4 injuries, the things that happened to Jameis, the things that have happened to this to the lineman, depleted.
Well,
I don't think.
Well, look at.
I don't think so.
This all I want to say on that Sean Payton Dennis Allen comparison is basically accountability, and that's what the whole thing has always been.
How do we know? Because we're fans, we sit behind these. You laying in your chair, like I'm sitting here behind my seat. How do we know that they're not being accountable? That's all I'm saying, brother.
Well, I mean, the proof is on the field right now, bro.
Everybody doesn't register to accountability, sir.
Okay. Well, I mean, and the proof is on the field right now, bro. Because I mean, and we're missing blocks. Tackling is horrendous. I mean, and bro, nobody is getting, nobody's being held accountable for their actions. And that was the one thing that Sean Payton did do. Didn't take no bullshit from these grown ass millionaires.
That's why I say this.
It's one person being held.
I understand Saints fans on that point. I understand that Dennis Allen is not doing a good job this season. Okay, now let's, as Saints fans, if you're looking forward into the future, let's not just say, okay, let's go run back to Sean Payton. No, that's not going to solve your problems. That's not going to solve your problem.
Well, no, that's not where we're at right now, bro. But it's just more or less, bro. Look, I mean, I pushed for Brian Flores, bro. I really wasn't on this Dennis Allen thing, but once Brian
Flores was not going to get a job. I understand
hold up. Let me just say this. Let me just say this here, bro. Because he was a disciplinarian. You come from the Bill Belichick coaching tree, and the whole thing is that, and I'm not blind, Everett. I know what it is, dog. We in the dirty South, dog. I know what it is. So it ain't gonna never be no black coach down here. So we could just leave that alone. But
I disagree. I disagree with the Saints organization, because when the same owner, who is the same owner of the Pelicans, has a black coach, and I believe
it's different with basketball.
No, I don't think it's different, and I think that she can. I think that she.
I don't know. It might be slightly different in basketball.
No, I don't think it is. I don't think it is. I think that Mrs. Benson. Now, if this was time, listen. I think if it was time, then I would agree with you. But I think that Mrs. Benson, who has a loving for some reason with our people, you know what I'm saying? Because if you go see her with the players, how she interact, a lot of the players love her. Okay, and I don't think that when it comes down to that situation, I think that she's not. If it was time, then I would agree with you. I think that she's different. I really do. I think she's really different. Look at Tom. Look at Hardy. Hardy, the guy who's working our money. That's a black man in there. Okay.
Yeah. Well,
Hardy
look,
is a black man running our money.
Those guys can be behind the scenes, but you talking about the man walking the sideline.
Yeah.
I just don't. You live in them Bobby Aber days, bro. Jim Finks.
No.
I think. Like I said, this organization, I wouldn't have never thought that they would even pick a black coach.
There's always a possibility. There's always a possibility.
That's a possibility because first of all, you said Brian Flores.
Where things are changing. Things
are changing. And the interviews that they had, you got to look at the ones that they brought in.
Like teams are doing things that we would have never thought, be going on today. So there's a possibility. But as far as if you compare an NBA to NFL, NBA is clearly moving faster than the NFL as far as using the
diversity.
But they still don't have. They still don't have a. They still don't have an owner other than Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? So we still got to move in that category. Okay.
Yeah.
But the point when I'm making to you,
that's right.
Which I agree with you, and I understand it. But anybody but Brian Flores, my brother, you listen. He's not going to get a job. He sued the NFL.
That's why he didn't get the job.
That's the point. What I'm saying, brother, is it would be different if you were saying, because he did get an interview from the Saints, didn't he? Was it him or the dude from Kansas City?
It was the dude from Kansas City. It was Bieniemy.
Bieniemy and Aaron Glenn got the interview from the Saints. But I knew that they wasn't going to get the job because Sean Payton, Sean Payton told the organization that they need to go with Dennis Allen. It was Sean Payton who recommended Dennis Allen. Y'all need to go look beyond that. Y'all to blame.
I agree with that. Sean Payton.
It was Sean Payton who done that.
Sean Payton backed Dennis Allen on the hire, and guess what? Dennis Allen got the hire. Okay, so if anybody takes needs to get blamed for the Dennis Allen hire, okay, there's two names that come to mind, and that's Mickey Loomis and that's Sean Payton. Okay, so let's just go ahead and make that clear. Okay, now like I said, as far as moving forward, okay, because I think we're moving near that time to where we're gonna really look at this and say, do we want Dennis Allen moving forward and stuff like that?
I don't know. It's not. Look. Listen. I don't know what y'all can sit there and say these things. There's very few coaches in the NFL that get fired in year one. Okay. The Saints are not an organization that has a history in firing coaches in year one. I'm just letting y'all know. I know y'all gonna be y'all fans and y'all saying y'all opinion, and I respect that. But I don't see no firing right away. And I'm telling you there'll be staff movement before you see Dennis Allen move. And one of the things that I want y'all to understand is this, and I'm just stating what I know with this organization. We still, and I know y'all don't want to hear this, but you're still 2 games behind the division leading Bucks. There's still a open chance that if they beat the depleting Rams today, there's still an opening if they beat the depleting Rams today, that you won game behind, you played a division, you lost to AFC players. AFC opponents. You lost to AFC teams. If you go on a streak in the AFC, the Saints still got a chance. I know all y'all have written the Saints off, y'all have quit. Y'all, that's fine. Y'all can quit all y'all want, but I haven't given up. Go ahead on, my brother. I see you got your hand up.
Let me ask you this, E. From day one, I told you this man from the first game. If y'all go back when I first got on, I said, bro, he is not the one. Now, we passed that point. We know he's not the one. We could what if this, we could what if that. In your heart of hearts, these last games, have they even looked like a winning championship? Why would you want to continue with this mediocrity of a team just to say, oh, most NFL coaches don't get fired?
Right.
I can see it.
Derek, you need to stop watching the games right now. As a Saints fans, you should not listen. You need to stop watching the games right now. If you have a defeated mentality that the team can't overcome, what is the point? What is the point? What is the point to be on panels like this if you have if all you think you don't have a draft pick this year? You're not going to get a first round draft pick. That is not going to help you by firing the coach right now. Let the season play out. There's an opportunity for this team to still get in. I have seen teams turn the season around in the end of the season, like the Seattle Seahawks, who were 7-9. They were 7-9, and they went into the playoffs, beat a New Orleans Saints team who was 11-5. They have had teams turn the season around within. This is football, man. Listen, but if you're giving up, I'm cool with that. I'm cool. You want to bring that kind of energy here. But go ahead.
No, No, I'm not even saying to you, bro. Listen,
I don't think he's saying
you talking right now with emotion. So let me just say this. What I'm telling you is, why would you continue down this path of how this team? I can see if this team was like up and down, up and down, up and down. But we talking about a consistency of being not good.
Having the division been that way? Having the division been that way?
Wait, first you got to take care of home before you. First you got to take care of home before you can worry about the division.
But your opportunity is still open.
But why would
you're telling me if I'm your boss, and what you're telling me is, if I'm your boss, and I see that we still 2 games out of place, and you're telling me to just say, let it go, it's over with, there's no chance, let's just let this season roll.
No,
that's what you're
telling me. What I'm saying to you is, I'm not even looking at this season. I'm talking about, would you want to bring this type of mentality to next year?
Back.
I'm looking at. I ain't even see him. He not even
forget about this year.
He not even.
You keep trying to ride on this train. This year, we talking about moving forward with the next head coach. Do you want Dennis Allen as your head coach at the start of next season? That's what he's trying to ask.
I want you to read what Drunk said.
You're not. Stop. No.
I want you to read that, EJ. What he said?
Question.
He talked Drunk. I see what you're saying, but Drunk. What my guy is talking about here is next season. Okay, we talking about, do you want the same guy as the head coach next season?
We don't know that. If he make a run, you can't quit. You can't fire a dude.
Hey, Everett Fowler, for all it takes is for us to lose. We lose one more game. We
don't know that.
We mathematically out.
We don't know. No. Listen. What if we don't?
What if
we don't lose? What if no? You're not mathematically. Yeah, and I'm not going to scream. You're not mathematically out if the people ahead of you lose. Okay, if the Buccaneers
banking on everybody else,
I'm just telling you, it's until you're mathematically out, you try to win.
Nobody ain't saying they ain't trying to win.
You saying this?
No, what I'm telling you,
we're trying
to win. You trying to win? Is your
I am trying to win.
Okay, but is your coach? Look at this is what I'm telling you, bro. His demeanor on the sideline show you he don't care, bro. That's what I've been telling y'all since week.
I mean, I don't understand this, man. Y'all blaming it all on the coach for Michael Thomas being injured, for multiple. You don't come out there to play against other NFL teams with just basically nobody. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn.
I'm confused.
I don't give a damn.
Do you want Dennis Allen or do you not want Dennis
Allen? I don't think it's fair right now. I don't think it's fair for a fair assessment right now. I don't think right now it's a fair assessment because you don't have your men. Go ahead, Larry.
You're on mute,
Larry.
You're on mute, Larry.
Our team is talented enough to win games. Now, the problem is we not winning because of coaching decisions, the way they call in plays, the personnel packages. We got the personnel to win. We just not using our weapons.
I totally agree. You should have won that game last week with the talent you had. You should have won that game last week with the talent you had.
You have more than enough talent. Despite all the injuries you're going through this season, you have more than enough talent to win some football games. I looked at Sean. Look, and I hate to keep bringing this man's name up, but Sean Payton had a horrible season last season and still managed to have a decent record, a winning record, a 9-8 record. Dennis, you can do the same thing with this roster. Last season, we had a lot of injuries, guys.
Hold up. Last season. Let me get to this. Okay. Yes. Sean had a hard run last year. Okay, we understand it. One of the reasons why Sean left is because he knew he had no quarterback. One of the reasons why he walked out of here, and he knew that he was not trusting into Jameis as being his guy for the future. Let's just be honest, okay? You're not going to like it, Larry. I know a lot of people are not going to like what I'm saying. And then the Saints organization truly was not into none of the quarterbacks also because they tried to go out and get Deshaun Watson. If you
I can't go with that.
you Dennis Allen,
I can't go with that.
My brother, let me finish. If you're Dennis Allen and you never believed in the quarterback, that's not who you wanted, and your quarterback fails you, and Derek, you have said this multiple times. You never believed in the quarterback.
I got one point. I got one
So
thing to point out.
Why would you want Dennis?
I got one thing to point out though. The quarterback. No. I got this, D. Okay. The quarterback you claim he didn't have confidence in.
Larry loves.
Hold up. No, I speak from facts. I speak from facts.
That's your facts.
No,
that's your opinion, and that's your fact.
That's not my opinion. A 5-2 record with Jameis Winston is not my opinion. So he was winning with that quarterback that you claim he didn't have confidence in.
Let me blow this shit off.
He was winning with that quarterback. Am I right or wrong?
Hold up.
We had a winning record with that quarterback. Am I right or wrong?
The same thing with Teddy. The same thing with Teddy Bridgewater. 5 games do not allude. 5 games do not allude to knowing that's your quarterback.
But in them 5 games, we had a winning record. We was on track to have a winning season until he went down. When that quarterback went down, the season went down.
You would take that record over Andy.
Where did he go? Where did he go? Did he go to the Carolina Panthers and became the starter for the Carolina Panthers?
We're not talking about Teddy Bridgewater. We're not talking about nobody, but I'm talking about last season with Jameis Winston at the helm. We was winning.
Once they get another year on you, they're gonna understand your flaws. When you saw Jameis Winston was policed by Sean Payton. He never let that dude open up. He never, because he was afraid of him throwing
that. And that's how Sean was successful with it.
Open that offense up with
glad you brought that up. All right, you brought up policed Jameis Winston. Why Dennis Allen not policing Jameis Winston?
Why he policing Andy Dalton?
Because he haven't played. He haven't played much.
There you go.
He haven't played much. He was injured the rest of the time.
Why didn't he police Andy Dalton?
Well, as far as Andy Dalton go, all the games wasn't terrible by Andy Dalton.
Give me that same vigor. Give me that same vigor.
All the games was not terrible by Andy Dalton, dog.
You gotta have the same.
All the games was not terrible by Andy Dalton.
You can't. You cannot minute what Andy Dalton did compared to Jameis Winston. You got to put him at the same. Well,
statistics-wise, Dalton has played better.
But at the same time, when Jameis played, the line wasn't playing good. There was no continuity nowhere. He didn't even have a running game.
Derek, let me ask you a question.
That man had to put it on his back.
You don't like what we've been seeing lately, but Derek, who's been playing better?
Jameis hasn't played this season. You can't compare them to.
No, I mean, I'm just
playing healthy.
Wait, hold on. Let me give you this. I told y'all that Jameis Winston is not smart enough to run. He's smart book-wise. Wait, let me finish. I'm gonna give you the whole breakdown. He's not smart enough.
Man ain't smart
enough. The man is book-wise smart, but not X's and O's smart for an NFL team. You can see it from all his teams he's been on. Andy Dalton is just past his prime. He's not being able to make the right decisions.
I agree with that.
Right now. So you have both of them trash. Get rid right now. You can't. I'm talking about the future of this team. I
said we should have ran with Taysom, but a lot of y'all so hard on Taysom. But you can run that read option similar.
Now Evan 504. You just listened to Deuce McAllister when you put on WWL at the beginning of the show. You just listened to what Deuce McAllister said about Taysom Hill and how teams are keying in on Taysom Hill. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Bro, you can't be
They've been shutting him down.
Show and cut the camera off while you eat, bro.
They keying on him. No, they keying in on him again when he comes up the hole. When he goes around the end, they can't stop him.
You don't think it'll be worse? You don't think it'll be worse for him a full-time starting quarterback?
When he go up the hole, that's when they jam him up.
But you don't think that'll be worse? That'll be worse full-time starting a whole game, man. That's.
Let me say, Taysom ain't gonna make it through that game. Taysom ain't gonna make it through the game.
Watch Taysom go off today, and I'm gonna be laughing the hell out of you, Larry. But anyway,
hold up. My problem. No, you can't laugh at me because
it's ridiculous.
Hold up. It's the same thing I told Nazir. They keying on Taysom when he's at quarterback. When they split him out, put him at wide receiver, running back, or whatever, you can't stop him. But when he's at quarterback, they know it's either A or B.
What he's gonna do at quarterback.
You know what he's gonna do at quarterback. It's either A or B. But when you put him at wide receiver, tight end, or running back, or flat back, or whatever, that's when he's effective.
Right, that's what you don't know.
They know when he's playing his slash run, they know him more what he's gonna do than when he's a quarterback. Because when he's a quarterback, he's a quarterback. He's gonna sit back.
It's either A or B. A or B. He's gonna run it. He's gonna throw.
He's gonna pass the ball more if he's up. Look. But I understand what you're saying.
How effective of a passer is he?
We don't know. We don't know if he got better.
We know. Hold up. We know already.
He hasn't played this year as a quarterback. He played spurting moments as a quarterback.
Taysom looked the same at quarterback every time.
Well, I mean, he completed a lot of passes. I do know that.
Different this year about him.
If you want to say that,
everything I need to see from Taysom.
He's 7. If you want to go with that Jameis Winston 5-2, but I can sit there and say Taysom Hill, he's 7-2. So if you want to do that, we want to go. If you want to go by
when last time he won a game though?
What last year? We won a game last year.
Let me look how we won the game. But it's a lot of film on him now. Them people ready for that. Baltimore smashed him up. The Steelers smashed him up.
They smash him up when they know he's going to do that quarterback power.
That's why I said he's not effective at quarterback, but at wide receiver, tight end, and running back, he's more effective.
Say, bro, I can't believe we sitting here arguing about the dumb and dumber. That's what we sitting here arguing about. Yeah. Dumb and dumber.
It's really sad.
I expect Jameis to play in this game if the Saints are behind. I do expect him to come in.
Oh, no, I don't because Dennis Allen got an ego. I don't expect to see Jameis.
The reason why I expect him to come in the reason why I expect him to come in, Larry, is because what he said, he was evaluating. At first he wouldn't say at all. Now he's saying that now he's thinking about evaluating. Okay, so when you start, when you start losing more, you have no choice but to put him in.
Let me give y'all the real reports. Look,
and Aaron Donald might hurt Dalton, so you might.
Dennis Allen looked into the quarterback situation, and he asked the medical team, "Was Jameis Winston healthy enough to play?" He got from the medical team that Jameis Winston would never be 100% ready for the rest of this season. So he went with Andy Dalton. Now, Jameis Winston went in his own right to the media and talked to the media and said, I lost my job because I was injured.
But now, that he shouldn't have done.
Now look.
But he shouldn't have lost his job because he was injured.
I agree to him on this point.
That's going to mess him up for other teams.
How do you lose your job because of injury? You never supposed to lose.
Many players. Drew Bledsoe lost his job to Tom Brady because of injury.
Tom Brady was winning.
No,
Tom Brady was winning. Andy Dalton ain't winning.
Andy Dalton is not winning.
It doesn't matter.
Andy winning. So that's
winning.
Bro, y'all come. You see, Derek, what they do?
They lost their jobs to quarterbacks that won. They were winning.
The only thing I can say is Drew Brees lost his job to Phillip Rivers because he was hurt.
He sure did.
But they drafted Phillip in the first round, so they had to play Phillip.
But listen, we brought about Bledsoe. The fact that Bledsoe was when Tom Brady was drafted, he was a late round quarterback.
Well, Drew didn't even go back to that team. They shipped Drew clean out of town.
But bro, they have many more situations. Carson Wentz lost his job, brother. Carson Wentz lost his job.
Carson Wentz was garbage from the get-go.
He was an MVP. Listen, he was that year.
Let me explain to you about Carson Wentz.
First of all, you're not talking facts, dog, because that year Nick Foles.
The coach told Carson Wentz where to go with the ball.
That year Nick Foles took over.
That's a proven fact.
That year Nick Foles took over. Carson was an MVP candidate. And he got injured.
My point in bringing that up is that, okay, yeah, all right, you gave it to Andy Dalton.
Romo lost his job to Dak Prescott.
Okay, hang on. While Andy comes in while Jameis was hurt. Okay, cool. But Andy has not proven that he can remain the starter. All right, so
I'm not saying that. But y'all acting like nobody have never lost a job because of injuries. This has happened. Y'all trying to make it like the Saints organization is just messing over James.
My point is, why hasn't he gotten his job back? That's all I'm trying to figure out.
Wait, I want to know who you.
I'm not defending either one of them.
Okay, then. So why are we arguing about three garbage?
What I'm arguing about is some of you guys' hatred for Dennis Allen.
Jeff Blake didn't get a job back because Aaron Brooks was winning.
But Jeff Blake was a starter. He was a starter who lost to a backup, and they were winning with him. They were winning with Jeff Blake.
All these guys that
so that right there, you can just throw that out, dog. You lost the debate right there.
Aaron Brooks took him to the playoffs, and Aaron Brooks won the Saints' first playoff game ever. That's how he took that job.
All these quarterbacks that y'all bringing up that took these jobs, okay, they won. And
I'm glad Petey brought that up.
Andy Dalton has not won.
He was winning at the time.
Man, come on. We still got a losing record. We only won 2 games this year. Andy won 2 games out of them 3. Come on, man. We can't give him that.
What is Andy Dalton record right
now? Andy don't get credit for one of them wins. Taysom get the credit.
How you don't get the credit? He's the quarterback. How Taysom got that?
We know the dynamics of that game. It wasn't because of Andy.
Tell me where that's on Taysom stats.
Taysom get the credit for the Falcons win.
How you get
the credit for that one? And James started. I'm not biased to nobody. I'm telling the truth.
Seattle and the Falcons game, Taysom won
not go on their record, man.
Trying to tell you. So stop saying I'm a Taysom. I call it a spade.
You're making up shit now. You're just making up stuff, bro.
So Taysom ain't give us that spark in the Falcons game when he ran around and ran over that ball and scored that touchdown before half. But he was the one that put us up. He the one that put us up. The Seahawks game, Taysom went off. Taysom went off. That wasn't because of Andy. Taysom scored some touchdowns.
You know damn well that Seattle
Derek, who stats that going?
Come on, bro. Andy gonna get the W as a starting quarterback, but we all know the dynamics of them games.
All right, you just made my case for Taysom.
James got the W for the Falcons, but we know the dynamics of that game.
Since Taysom won the game, then Taysom should be the quarterback.
We just saying how this proves how bad Andy Dalton has been, though. That proves how bad Andy Dalton has been. That's all that proves is how bad Andy Dalton has been playing.
Andy is 2-4 as the starting quarterback, and James is 1-2.
1-2.
1-2.
So let me ask you this: all I want to know is
same record percentage wise.
You die hard. Everybody on here die hard, bro. Just because we're not agreeing with you, don't mean we not die hard. Don't because we want better for our team does not make us no die hard.
Let me tell you something, bro. If you sit up there talking about giving up now, you might as well not watch.
Because
if you don't have no optimism,
I don't want to go back to wearing no bag. So you should be upset.
You wore a bag, Derek. I don't remember wearing a bag in high school.
Spur. I'd have been to the game with my daddy, bro. My daddy
and y'all wore bags. Y'all wore bags? I never wore a bag.
Stop trying to make an argument out. Listen to what I'm saying, bro. You should never want to go back to that. So now, because we have tasted victory for so long, you should never want to go back and say, "Oh, I'm gonna accept that because this is Dennis Allen and he been dealt with some bad hand." Man, he been dealt a bad hand. There've been other coaches that succeeded that even want to fight. Flores fought. Even getting into it with his coaches last year, bro.
That don't make you a great coach because you fighting with your coaches?
For your owners, but they won.
That don't make you a great coach, dog.
You fussing for no reason, bro. You fussing for just to be fussing, bro. What I'm saying to you is, how can you should never want to go back to mediocrity, bro. You should never want to go back to that. What I'm saying to you, I don't care. I'd rather lose and you can see the fight and say, okay, now they got something to build on. The boy's not even fighting.
Right.
You could tell they're not even fighting, bro.
How they not fighting, bro? How they not fighting?
Look at the record. Look at the record.
How they not fighting?
When the last time you see the
games they lost?
When the last time you see this record?
You the moderator.
Hold up. Wait, you just said that they not fighting? You said that they're getting blown out.
Listen,
they're getting blown out every week.
We losing. I don't care if it's a blowout or not.
No. You don't see no effort on this team. They just gave up.
Let me every 504. So the Steelers game, that was effort. That was Saints football to you last week.
But they should have.
So what are you calling that?
The game against the game against. I'm gonna tell you all these games they should have won.
Talk about the latest football game we just
Minnesota
played.
Viking game. The Minnesota Viking game. You playing a Minnesota Vikings who's 8-1 right now.
And it was a coaching decision that caused us to lose that game.
Vikings, we lost by field goal in overtime.
And it was a coaching decision. It was a coaching decision that caused us to lose that game.
That was no effort, Derek. The game against Cincinnati Bengals. That game went back and forth. That game went back and forth.
That caused us to lose that game.
Right?
We losing games because of coaching decisions, bro.
Just coach.
It's coaching decisions.
That was in this game. Every week they were in these football games. Stop lying, man. Stop
lying. All you gotta do is
shut up, Rainstorm. Rainstorm bringing his ass in here about the Pittsburgh Steelers. You ain't going to the playoffs neither, Rainstorm. We might get your coach. We might get your coach.
He did try to tell us.
I'll take Tomlin. I'll take Mike Tomlin in 2 seconds.
You're not no Saints fan because you're giving up on the team. You ain't no Saints fan because you giving up on Dennis Allen. You're supposed to ride with your man. Ride with your man then, bro.
I'm riding with my man.
Ride with your man.
I'm gonna ride with his ass on the RTA. Clean the fuck up on out of here.
I'm trying to fire him in the season. I'm not trying to do that.
So okay. So let me tell you this. So let me ask you this. Again, it's a simple question. Let's say he wins his next 2-3 games. The way they play it through the course of the season, because you get evaluated from the whole season.
Okay, what if he don't lose? What if he go 9-7? What if he go 9-7?
I'm over talking people, bro.
Let him finish. Let him finish.
So you mean to tell me let's say they go 9-7. You happy with that 9-7 to take it into next year? With all the turmoil you had throughout the course of the year, I ain't even much talking about the injuries. Let's talk about people. Ain't none in all of the years with good football coaches and good football quarterbacks. Any of them come out there and say something about the team? Any one of them come out there and talk about how he was disrespected? All the other players, all the other stuff that's been coming out on the slick side, they've been talking about the whole season.
Said Sean Payton you said Sean Payton didn't have that? I just want to ask you a question.
So wait, hold on. Now wait.
Darren Brewer and all them came out on Sean Payton. I'm just asking you a question. You don't know that, huh?
Who came out on Sean Payton?
Dalvin Brewer, Keenan Lewis.
He's trash though.
Keenan Lewis.
You're
all
talking
these
about a trash player, bro. You give me somebody that's reputable, bro.
Who trash?
You talking, dog? Dalvin Brewer. Come on, bro.
Dalvin Brewer and Keenan Lewis trash?
Say, bro. Come on, bro.
And don't do that to my brother, bro, because he be in this chat. Don't do that because he gonna cuss you out. Don't do him that, bro.
I'm not worried about it. He a grown ass man. He bleed the same blood I do. What you talking about, bro? You know I'm from New Orleans too. What you talking about? I'm not worrying about he trash. He trash.
Larry, is he trash?
They wasn't trash, but they wasn't the greatest. They were middle of the road players. Middle of the road players. That's what I call them. Middle of the road players.
They made it to the NFL. In my opinion, I'm not gonna knock nobody.
That's his choice. That's his choice. And like I tell my son, that's your choice in life. Whatever you choose and what I choose, you chose to go out there and play football. That ain't big to do that.
Sean done some bad shit, man. You don't know that?
Okay. But
all right, I'm gonna be quiet. Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry. And I apologize for interrupting you. Go ahead.
We know Sean did some bad shit. We know that already.
Every question I ask you, you never answer to the best. You never answer it fully. You give me some fluff. If evaluating Dennis Allen through this course of the season, if you would take that, if you was running this team, would you take him into next year, regardless of the fact if he okay, let's say he pull a Sean Payton, he just about to make the playoffs from last year. You think that's worth it from what you've been seeing the course of this year to take it into next year?
Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you
so
why.
You got your rabbit ass mind. You ain't never have a team.
You don't want me to explain.
You in it just like Miami.
Could I explain? See, you're gonna insult me, but you don't want me to explain.
No,
I'm gonna listen to you. I ain't gonna cut you off. I'm gonna listen to you.
You're gonna risk next season. That all right? Let's just say you go into next season with Dennis Allen and they start losing again.
I'm
asking. You gonna be looking crazy and be like, hold on. You should have got rid of him last season.
Could I explain?
Let him talk, nephew. Let him talk, nephew. Go ahead.
If he took this team and turned them around, they go 9-7, right? Oh yeah, and he going to the playoffs? Yeah, because he would took a team around. He would turn this team around when they were injured, depleted, and he turned this team around to go into the playoffs. You're damn right. That means if he got 100% team, then if he had got
100% team at the beginning of the season,
but they didn't make it to the second game. I mean, these guys didn't even make it to the second game, bro. He drafted a rookie who ain't seen the field yet.
Eat whatever you eat.
I mean, that's right. I mean, let's just be real,
some
bro.
of that good stuff in that food you eating, boy. Cause you sure riding for that man, boy. I'm telling you, riding for him, bro. And I don't know why, dog. I know you want to keep the tradition that you don't fire your coach mid-season, bro.
But yeah,
bro,
you gotta get off the Dennis Allen trade.
I'm gonna tell you what it is. I'm gonna tell you what it is. He got hope. He got that Obama. He got hope. He got hope that we turn it around. But being a realist that I am, just like I called last week, I said we play down to our opponents.
That must be Dennis Allen.
We were supposed to whip the Steelers up out the stadium.
Lunch today or something, dog. Look at him, bro. Dennis Allen paid for his food.
He got that gumbo.
He
got that gumbo over there.
Look at that.
Got a whole.
You got a sample.
He got a poor boy.
It took a 2-piece. Dennis Allen sent him a 2-piece, and he gonna ride for a 2-piece.
Oh man, bro.
The man just got hope, bro.
Let me tell you
he got hope just like in the back of our minds. The rest of us got hope that they turn it around. But
we got hope too, but I don't think he know that. I think he really think we want the season to fail and just like, you know.
Y'all said y'all want the season to fail.
No, when that came out of our mouth.
What did we gain from the season failing? We don't gain nothing. The Philadelphia Eagles gain if we fail. We don't want them to gain shit.
Exactly.
That boy Derek want us to fail. Let me stop.
I'm in the trenches out here in North Carolina, bro. These people be having they
terrible too.
So, but I'll take
they're
this
3-7.
Beat us though.
They're 3-7.
They
always beat us. They beat us the first time, then we beat them the second time. We have always go back and forth with Carolina. Last year, Sean Payton lost on the road to Carolina.
Bro, I got some property in Timbuktu. You want to buy?
Anyway, boy. Before we close, what do y'all think about them Pelicans, man?
Oh, them boys. See, bro, when they put it together, when they really get it together, man, bro. I watched him.
I'm just glad Zion finally getting ready to come back.
He's gonna be back this Monday. He's gonna play Monday. We really needed him against the Celtics because I think we won the game if we played the Celtics. You know?
Do you think this is a question? Do you think those three can play together on a consistent basis?
I just think one have to come off the bench. I think that to be creative with this team, they should put McCollum. I would have McCollum coming off the bench, and I would let Alvarado. I let Alvarado be because he's a true point guard. Okay.
No, but Alvarado. But you ain't gonna get.
But every time he come in the game, he brings such of a defensive presence, and he brings a spark to this team. Okay, he brings a lot of energy to this team. And if we was gonna move one of the guys you pull, you can even have we can even have Ingram coming off the bench sometimes. But sometimes in rotation, him and Zion can't play at the same time. That's just one thing.
That's what I'm looking at now.
No, because they need the ball. They need the ball. They ball. They need that ball. Zion can play point guard. He can play point Zion. There's a lot of time we can use him in all kinds of manners. You know what I'm saying? This team is so effective, bro. So got so many great players that you could put a lot of these guys like Trey Murphy. You know how good we are, bro. I mean, look at Jackson Hayes. We haven't even seen him.
Yeah, he ain't even hardly touching the floor. They so long, man.
I think we need to trade Jackson Hayes.
You're talking about trading him to Charlotte for some forward they got out there.
Yeah, I think we need to trade him, bro, because he's not getting no time.
That boy Larry Nance looking like his younger years out there, bro.
Well, Rainstorm, you ain't not talk shit about the Lakers now, because I know them pals gonna whip that tail. Don't tell me nothing about the Lakers in that little upset win that y'all had on us early. Y'all got about 2 victories this year. But anyway,
and see, okay, just like this perfect example of how our Saints team ain't handling it. Did you see the fight in the Saints against the Celtics? But they still lost. You saw the fight.
You talking about the Pelicans?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And you saw the fight. I mean, them ball was fighting to the end.
Most definitely.
That's what I'm talking about. You and your coach.
But you said we haven't fought to the end. You haven't seen that kind of. No, I said with the Saints. You didn't see them fight to the end because they haven't had too many blowouts this year. Saints ain't got blowed out one time this year.
Let me read this inactive report for y'all real quick.
Everybody quitting.
Ryan Ramczyk. Hang on.
Please send me this dude playing.
There you go. Nobody want to play for him.
I just want to see Andy Dalton push that ball downfield.
I agree with you on that, Larry.
Ramczyk ready to go. Malcolm Roach ready to go.
All right. We got that cockroach back.
Marcus May is ready to go.
All right.
And Jarvis Landry's ready to go.
All right.
Josh Andrews is ready to go as well.
Who's that?
That's the backup lineman. Oh, yeah, your backup center right there. And okay, so Davenport is out, JT Gray is out, James Hurst is out, Mark Ingram is out, Cam Jordan is out, Sean Lattimore is out.
Yeah, that's big.
And Pete
Warner
Warner
is Taylor got that down. You know what I'm saying? So we've been. I don't think we should. I don't think which Lattimore gonna come back unless we make a serious run, y'all.
Lattimore out for the rest of the season. He had a lacerated kidney.
Unless we make some kind of miracle run, we ain't gonna see.
Lacerated. I wouldn't even try to put him out there. Lacerated kidney.
I told you. I said we only 2 games. I know you think I'm crazy, Larry and Derek. But if the Saints wind up, all right. What if the Saints do take this division? Sorry as they are, what would you do? What would y'all talk like? I'm asking you, what would y'all 2 talk like?
Hey, bro, I ain't saying nothing. See the whole thing. I ain't saying nothing.
Fire guy.
I ain't saying that. He making it seem like I done just gave up and shit on us, but I'm just calling the shots how he is.
I'm just saying they was trying to fire Pete Carroll.
With that offensive line, we got the day Aaron Donald gonna eat.
But listen, the year Pete Carroll, y'all remember when Pete Carroll was 7-9, he was about to get fired. And they got in the playoffs and they beat the Saints. So they didn't fire him like you wanted. They stuck with the dude who got him in there. That's the way the NFL is, bro.
Was that
Pete Carroll was already winning before that?
Was that his Pete Carroll's first year?
Now, let's not talk about Pete Carroll.
I need game predictions.
Terrible as a head coach in the NFL.
I need game predictions. We 3 minutes away. Go ahead, Larry.
Realistically, I don't see us getting this one. Unless Andy pushed that ball down the field and we open that offense up, I don't see it.
Oh, no Cooper Kupp, no. Hold up. They just as injured as us.
The Steelers was just as injured as us, and that boy put on the show on us last week.
The Stafford was a game-time decision. He just asked EJ. He's not even himself today.
Yeah.
Last week, a rookie quarterback whooped on us.
All right, well, good. You got us to lose. Go ahead. What's the score?
Go ahead, Derek.
No, I want to hear what is this? What he got to tell us what we're going to lose on.
I don't even know because I don't know how we're going to show up. So
no, what is the score? No, you can't get off like this. You got to give us a score.
All right. I think the people going to beat us like 20-12 or something like that.
Go ahead, Derek.
2013.
Go ahead, Derek.
20.
Well, I can't wait till the game after this game.
20 to 6, 20 to 13.
20 to 13.
Who's gonna win?
Who you got?
Man, but I even hate picking against my boys, man. I got the Rams, man.
Oh!
Just because of that offensive line, bro. That offensive line.
I think it's gonna be closer to what everybody think, but I'm going. I'm gonna go 21-17. Saints barely put it out.
I got the Saints 23-20. Field goal by Will Lutz. Boom.
Whoo! All right, now look, we'll see y'all in the post game.
I am ashamed, Rainstorm. You are a Steelers fan. I'm ashamed that you came in here in the Who Dat Nation, and for you to see Saints fans talk the way they talk.
But
I know.
Let me tell you something scary.
I know Pittsburgh Steelers fans do not talk like these guys.
Look,
here.
EJ.
Okay? I'm so sorry.
EJ.
I'm sorry that you was able. It's embarrassing.
Have I been wrong yet? Have I been wrong yet?
You've been wrong half of the year.
That's what's scary. Have I been wrong yet, though?
You haven't been picking against the Saints?
Hold on.
That's the first time you picked
I warned y'all about last week.
Yeah,
I warned y'all about the Baltimore game.
You didn't pick against us.
I warned y'all.
Gotta go. Eat.
Oh man.
I didn't pick nobody last week.
Let me get out of here.
It's
You know what?
time.
You and you, y'all gonna pay this y'all gonna pay after be here as soon as the game over. You're gonna pay.
Have I been wrong yet, though?
Who that?
Y'all gonna pay, man. Y'all gonna pay. If y'all think I'm just watching this game over, just wait.
Let's go live at halftime.
Who that?